Yummy.
NutriKids, good for mum, way better for kids. Made with love by Clover.
Now, NutriKids believe in giving our little ones the nutrition that they need with a wonderful range of nutritional products for toddlers. A product that is truly good for mom, way better for kids. And joining us, we have dietitian Lisa Standard to discuss tips on how to deal with the little one's picky and fussy eating habits. Welcome back, Lisa.
Thanks so much for having me.
So I can always do with a bit of advice, and I'm sure every mom out there can too. I have two little boys. One eats every single thing. He loves tasting new food, trying new things. And the one is a very fussy eater. And I've often wondered, how do I get him to be less of a fussy eater? Because you just never know how to work around what they're going to eat, what they're not going to eat. How do you make sure that if they are going to eat it, it's the healthiest option of what they will have? It's such a myriad of drama. Just please advise us.
Sure. I imagine it to be a very tough thing. I don't have kids of my own yet, so I know all my advice isn't tried and tested, but this is advice that I've learned from other dietitians who do have kids as well. And I think the first thing is just to keep the atmosphere as calm as possible, because when we are faced with weird new foods, and the atmosphere is tense because mom has prepared this food and now child doesn't want it. Yes, you must finish it, and it's a mess. Then that atmosphere isn't really conducive to us stepping out of a comfort zone and trying new foods. So keeping the atmosphere as calm as possible, I think, is always the first step.
Right. And do you think fussy eaters when it comes to kids, and at what age does most of the fussy eating happen actually?
Well, kids are so different.
They're all different.
It's so common to have a fussy eating stage, but when it actually happens varies quite widely. Some kids start at 1, other kids at 6, and as we know, some people never outgrow it.
Yeah. Is it a personality thing? Because, I mean, I often wonder, is there... Maybe some parents, if you're paranoid like me, sometimes think, is my kid a fussy eater because they have issues around food or issues with food, or has something happened psychologically that's affecting the way they view food?
I think where the psychological aspect comes in is when meal times become stressful times. That's when children can't really step up and try new things. But then it can also be maybe a personality thing, like a type A person that likes to have control. You want to exert that autonomy. That's a very specific phase in growing up. So there's definitely something to it, and which you can also kind of appreciate, that they are stepping out and taking control of their food. But we need to also remind ourselves that this is a phase, this isn't forever, and children can actually stay very healthy and grow well, even if they only accept about 10 foods in their diet.
Wow. That is quite phenomenal about children. I mean, I know my children can just live on plain pasta.
Right.
How do we introduce healthier foods to our toddlers?
First thing is they need to see mom and dad eating it themselves, which is often the challenge. But also, a child can't accept a new food if they've only been exposed to it once. So when a child dislikes a food, it's so important to keep introducing it.
Trying.
Put it on the plate. Don't put too much pressure on them to eat it, but they're not allowed to leave it off their plate. It must be there, and encourage them to interact with it, to squish it, to smell it, to, even if they put it in the mouth and spit it out and make a huge mess, be chilled with it, it's fine. Sooner or later, they will accept it and start eating it.
Basically, the best way to get your kids to eat anything is to be a calm parent. That is essentially what you're saying.
Totally,
keep it calm.
and accept the mess.
Accept the mess, yeah. Embrace the mess. I've definitely learned to embrace the mess. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So with Clover NutriKids, it's easy to please your fussy little ones at home with the range of tasty nutritional yogurts, instant full cream milk, and the 3 fun flavors of fruit nectar blend. NutriKids is set on providing a foundation of healthy development for toddlers, as it contains essential nutrients and minerals. We'll be right back.
NutriKids, good for mum, way better for kids. Made with love by Clover.